Hello everyone, happy Monday and welcome to class 120 with me, April. I hope you're all well today. We've got a 4-body 30-minute Pilates class for you. If you are new here, don't worry, it's beginner friendly and Pilates is so good for keeping your posture perfect and aligning your body with how it's meant to be. If you have any previous injuries, especially within the lower back or just your back area or any other joints, please go really careful with doing some of these exercises and listen to your body and take breaks if you need to take a break. So let's start cross-legged and just rock your hips side to side. Just get your sitting bones moving. We're just creating a little bit of warmth in the body. Keep the shoulders down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Drop in the shoulders. And then we're going to inhale, exhale, nod the chin down towards the chest. And lift back up. And again down. And come up. And down. And lift. And down. And up. And down. Now drop the shoulders whilst the chin is down. Push the elbows in towards your thighs. And release and come up. Good. And now tilt your right ear to right shoulder. And come up and over to the other side. And up. And again. And lift. And again. And lift. And now roll the shoulders forward and then take your time when you're rolling them down. Relax the fingertips, no tension in the hands. And release. And now just cross the ankles over so our hips are getting a good stretch either side, and then keep going. Try and keep that back nice and tall. Excuse me. Wonderful. Now take the left hand down, lift the right arm up, drop the shoulder, and reach across. Hold it there. Feel the right side stretching. Keep the right knee down. And then bring that left arm in. Take the right hand down. Lift up the left arm, drop the shoulder. Reach across. And then come up and release. Good. Take the hands onto the knees. Drop the shoulders, nod your chin, and then round through the spine. So you're hunching over slightly. And then lift and come all the way back up. Cross the ankles over. Get a good stretch. We'll do that one more time. So hands on, shoulders down, nod the chin, and round through. And then lift up. Good. And now you're going to push your chest forward and then roll the spine back. So we're sitting up tall and then rounding down. And then we'll go the other way. release. Good. We're going to bring the feet as wide as the mat, hands are back, arms are straight, and then you're going to tilt both knees over and hold it there. So when we're going over to the right, you'll feel your left hip have a good stretch. Don't push too much. I know hips can be a very sore point within the body, and you don't want to over push and overstretch. But we're just warming up. But you can do these exercises every day, and these will really help to loosen off. Even I have really tight hips, and this was really, really good when I stretch. And every time you do it, you should hopefully get a little bit more of a good stretch. You shouldn't feel as tight every time you do it as we're warming up. And we'll do 4. Come up 3. 2. And 1. And come down. And now roll down. And you're going to push the knees out and then bring them in. So exhale, inhale, dropping the shoulders, exhale, inhale. And again, just opening up around the inner thigh and your hips. And we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now hands underneath and just hold this position, let the back round through. And relax. Take a nice long body stretch. And release. Good. Now what we're going to do is drop the shoulders, hands down by your sides, and point the toes so you're trying to get your ankles, trying to get your feet flat to the floor. That will help open up the front of the ankles. You might get a little bit of cramp. If you do, don't worry, just push through the heels so you disperse all that lactic acid. Come down. And then come back in, push through the heels, 2 more, point. And push. And then point. And release. Good. Feet in. Just give those hips a little shake side to side. So, just quickly, if you push your lower back into the mat, you're going to release tension in the lower back. Fingers underneath, push down. And then you're going to create a space between the back of the mat. If you can get your whole arm under there, that's too much space. So you need to find somewhere in between the two. So if we push down, and then fingers, and then push. And then now find somewhere in between the two. Usually, obviously, depending on your own spine, you can get like a couple of fingers under there, and that should mean that your pelvis is in neutral, which is what we want to achieve in Pilates. So keeping this nice neutral posture, you're going to bring the knee up and you're going to hold it there. So imagine someone is just pulling your foot but keeping the knee bent still, and you should hopefully feel that core connection turning on. And if we inhale, come in, exhale out. Inhale, exhale. and come in and out. And we'll do 3, 2, and last one. And relax. Good. And now just drop the right knee out to the side. And come back in. And now other side, left foot up, push it away. And back in. And pull out. So your pelvis still neutral, still get a few fingers there. If you tuck your pelvis under, if you notice, my knee will come in. That's not what we want because the core won't work as well. And in. Good. And we'll do 3, 2, and 1. And release. Good. And now just give your pelvis a little bit of a shake, side to side. Great. Now I'm going to remove the head block and we're going to work the muscles around the side of the body here, the oblique muscles. So head in the hands, thumb at the base where the neck meets the spine. Drop your shoulders. And we're going to nod and then lift that right knee to the left elbow. And then lower down. And other side. And lower down. And again. And lower. So you're not actually letting the knee touch the elbow. You just want to feel it in the sides of the body. And the slower we go, the harder it gets. But that is better because we're building resistance. And let's do 6. Try not to drop the ankle either. Keep it here. And down. 5. And down. 4. And down. 3. And down. 2. Dropping the shoulders. And down. You should definitely be feeling it by now. Other side. And down. Good. And relax. Take a long body stretch. Stretched it out. I love having a stretch. It's so good for your muscles when you have a good stretch. Good. So hopefully you felt that in the sides of the body, the oblique muscles here. So when you see people with abdominals and they've got like 2 lines running down the side, that is the muscles that we're targeting there. So it's really good just to keep your body obviously nice and strong, and we're working to the core as well. So win-win all round. Okay, let's work into now the deep core muscles. You want your head blocks or cushions for this. Okay, make sure your head is nicely supported. Really, really, really important. And then take the hands underneath the lower back. Let's bring the knees in. So you're tucking your pelvis under, which is what we shouldn't do, but we're doing it just for this one, just to start. Dropping the shoulders, and we're going to inhale. Keep the inner thighs and knees connected together, and you're going to try and touch the floor from your hip. Now you don't have to actually touch the floor because chances are your back will arch like this, which is really bad for your posture, but you're here. And then you come up. Inhale, exhale, come down. And come here. You should be really feeling it now in your tummy. And we'll do 2. And up. And 1 more. And release. Good. Now you might be feeling it in your inner thighs now, or your hips. So cross one ankle over the other. Push your knees out. And come in. Exhale, push out. Good, and relax. Okay, have we got time for one more core? I think we do. So, last one, guys. Hands underneath your lower back. Push your legs up. Now, just straighten them off as best you can. And then you're going to feet out, crisscross over. Feet out, crisscross over. Come back up to the top. So we'll go out, crisscross down, out, crisscross up. So remember, exhale all the time, breathing in and out, don't hold your breath. Good, this is more lower abdominals now. So, out, go in, out, in. 2 more. And last one. And release. Good. Soles of feet together. Knees out. And then come back in. Good, good, good. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Curl up into a little ball. Just hold this just to get the lower back a good stretch off. And relax. Good. Come to lie onto the right side. And now we're going to work into the hip and also still working with the obliques. So if you have any previous shoulder injuries, this one may not be suitable for you, so I shall give you an alternative. But what you want to do is have your elbow in line with your shoulder, and you want to make sure that the right side of your hips are actually on the floor and you're not laying like this, okay? So what we want to do is right hand steadies, left hand can go here, or if you're a bit more advanced, it can come up here, and you can lift up, and then we're going to lift the knee up, lower it down, and come back down. If you feel like you can't do that, what I would suggest is you can just lift the knee up and down. You're working more into the hip here, but you are in a sideline position, so you are still going to get a few of those muscles around the side, but it just won't be as intense. When you're lifting up, be careful that you're not pushing your head in towards your neck here. The upper body needs to be really stable and secure, and that way the muscles that need to be worked will be worked. Make sure that your elbow is in line with your shoulder and it's not too far out here or too far in, because that will push you off balance. So after you do 1 or 2, you should probably feel if this is good or not and readjust yourself where needed. So right hand stays onto the floor. That will just add a bit more security. And then we're going to push up from the hips, and then if you can, lift that knee up or lower down. If you can't lift the knee up, what you could do is just lift up here and then don't do the knee. And down. Inhale, lift. Exhale. And lower. Good. Let's do 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. And relax. Let's come over to the other side. So you might find one side is a lot easier than the other. That's normal, depending on your weaker side. But again, make sure that the elbow is in line with that wrist and it's in line with the shoulder. And then the lower body is in alignment as well. You sort of want your hip in a direct line with your elbow on the floor. If it's too far forward or back, you're in the wrong position. Okay, so whatever you did on one side, we will repeat this side. So inhale, come up, lift the knee if you can, or whatever you did on the other side, and lower back down. Good, we'll do 3, 2, and 1. Wonderful. Come straight onto your knees, just rest the upper body and take the arms forward and just hold this child's pose. Back is nice and flat and long as it can be. Breathe in and out. And then come up. Come onto all fours, knees on the floor, wrist in line with the shoulders. We're going to nod round. And uncover, look forward. And nod. And uncurl. And we'll do 2. And 1. Wonderful. Tuck the toes under, round through. Push the heels down and just take your time. You can hold it here or bend the knees a little bit more if you want to. Let the head drop. And bend the knees. And lift up. Good. So now we're just going to work on the inner thighs. We're going to have a nice wide stance. So imagine that you've got a big line from big toe to big toe. And we're going to drop the shoulders. And all you're going to do is push the knees out, keeping your back nice and straight, and then lift back up. So this is very good for the knees. If you want a bit of an extra challenge, lift your toe, big toe off the floor. And that will help steady the core a little bit more. And lift up. Good, so really squeeze your glutes when you're coming back up as well. And we'll do 4. 3. 2. And 1. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back up. Good. So you may have felt that in the inner thigh. That's normal. It's just activating muscles that maybe don't get activated. And now have the feet together. We'll put the heels out and do toes forwards. Okay. And then we're going to have the hands onto the hips. And you're going to lift the heels off the floor. Hold it. And we're going to come down and then bend the knees. Stand back up, lift. Heels down and bend. heels down, bend the knees. Let's do 2 more. This is really good for your knees. If you need to strengthen up your knees and you have a step or you have stairs in your house, you can just gently walk up and down the stairs and then do some squats like this, and it really helps to strengthen up the joint and the muscles around it. Let's hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And just shake off those legs. Good. So let's stretch off the quads now, which is the muscles that we will use for our squats. If you want to hold on to something, feel free. We're going to bring the foot back and place the foot into the hand and then bring the knees together. Then what you're going to do is push the foot into the hand. And release down. Other side. Bend the knees, take your time. Keep the knees together, push it back. And release. Wonderful. Come onto your mat. We're going to nod the chin and do a roll down now. So roll down nice and slow, bend the back here and bend the knees to get more into the back. Let the head relax. Good. Bend the knees, fingertips down. Stretch the legs out. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Rock side to side. And then stretch out nice and long. And now we've just got a couple of minutes just to relax the body and the mind. So let the toes relax, fingertips relax. Breathe in and out. Inhale, exhale. In and out. And in and out. And in and out. Now inhale, exhale. Gently lift up. Spine long. Stretch fingertips out to the side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale and exhale, lower. And thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this 30-minute class. As always, it's always saved to the page, so you can come back to it any time you wish. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye.